What up, everybody? Welcome to Living Like a G. Today, I am outside, still in Tulsa, Oklahoma. As I've mentioned in my last podcast, these birds are going crazy. I guess there's like a bird nest over here, and they are just going buck wild. But I figured it'd be better to have a different scenery than before, than that dreary room that's like super dark. So let's just hop into it. I'm going to talk about the first time I ever met a celebrity. And it was so embarrassing. So, first celebrity I ever met, which is not even that big of a celebrity, I don't feel like. I feel like it just caught me so off guard that I was like, oh my gosh, childhood person that I know. So I'm in this place called Italy in New York. And if you haven't been to Italy, it's basically a kind of like a grocery store meets like a bunch of restaurants. Like you go in and you could sit at restaurants and there's like all these amazing food places to eat. Or you can walk around and they have like delis and like a little grocery store and all this stuff. It's kind of like its own little space, and so it's really, really cool in there. They have amazing food. And so I go in there, I eat dinner. I have this amazing pappardelle pasta, which, golly, if you haven't had it, go in there. I don't even know what it's called, but if you walk in from the main entrance and you go all the way to the end and it's on the right, the restaurant on the right, it's amazing. So I just finished that and I'm walking around just like, you know, I'm in New York by myself, so I'm just chilling, like walking around. All of a sudden I walk past this guy and I'm like, hey. And he goes, hey. And then I just keep walking. And I'm like, who is that? Why did I know who that was? And I realize it's the inconceivable guy from Princess Bride. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I just met him. And when I was like, hey, you know, whatever. So I text my dad and I'm like, Dad, I just met the guy from Princess Bride. And I was like, but I didn't get a picture with him or anything. Like, I didn't even realize who he was. Like, it just happened so fast. He goes, well, if he's still there, like, just, you know, just say, hey, look, I'm really sorry to inconvenience you, but, like, my family is just not going to believe that I met you. We watch Princess Bride all the time, blah, 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 blah. So I then go and search out this poor man. Search out. I find him in the grocery part of Italy. And I just walk up to him, and now he has seen me twice, and he's looking at me like, this girl is, like, stalking me. And I walk up to him, and I'm like, hey, my family and I are big fans. They totally wouldn't believe me that I saw you here. Would you be willing to take a picture? You know, whatever. And he gave me this, like, look, and he was like, yeah, like, thinking in his head, like, if I just take a picture with this chick, she'll leave me alone, right? And I said, you know, we love you in Princess Bride and all of your other movies. And I named like a few others or whatever. And I said, did you like playing that character? I should have never asked. Honestly, me being an artist, I should have never asked the question, did you like X, Y, and Z? Because every artist is their own worst critic. And literally, he goes, I'm just not into the whole torture concept and giving pain to people and I was like, how did we get here? First of all, I was being so lighthearted. I was like, yeah, this, like, you know, it was a good movie, you did a great job. And then all of a sudden it was like Debbie Downer, did you know that AIDS is the #1 killer of feline cats? And I'm like, wait, what? How did we get on the topic of torture? I have no idea. And I'm like trying to navigate, like, yeah, you know, I get it. Yeah, torture's like really bad. Totally understand where you're coming from, you know, whatever. And now at this point, I'm like, get me out of here. How fast can I take this picture and let the embarrassment be over with? And also not talk further about chains and whips and all kinds of stuff. So I go to take a picture. He's like, yeah, we could take a picture or whatever. He was nice. So I take a picture, and right after I take the picture, it was like the worst timing to take it. I take the picture, and everybody that came into Italy, it's like all of them decided to come right then. So I take this picture, and literally as I take it, everybody now is looking at him and is going, who is this guy? Can I take a picture with him? He must be famous. This girl's taking a picture with him, and brought so much attention to this poor guy. I was like, I gotta get out of here. So I literally took the picture. I was like, so nice to meet you. I'll put the picture up right here. So nice to meet you. Bye. And then left him in the sea of despair. And me on the other side being like, anybody want a peanut? I felt so bad. Honestly, I felt so terrible. I've literally put this man in such an uncomfortable position. So shout out Shawn Wallace for being such a kind man and taking a picture with me and letting me stalk him through Italy and then just leave him in the pit of agony to freaking take 1,000 pictures with all these other fools that were in there. I mean, I've literally felt so bad. And from that moment on, honestly, I haven't had an over-the-top celebrity experience because I felt so bad about that experience for that guy that I was like, just reel it in a little bit. Which is probably why by the time I met Katy Perry, it was just like, I was chill. I was like, I want to work with this person, so I'm not going to act that way. But anyways, that was the first time I ever met a celebrity. And since then, I've done a lot better. But every once in a while, it's always the ones that are like the childhood ones that catch you off guard. I met like one of the lead singers of BB Mac. That one definitely caught me off guard, where I was like, oh my gosh, I grew up like watching you on like music videos on Disney Channel. And I think the childhood ones are the ones that always get you. Like if you like someone like Katy Perry, like I've liked Katy Perry from like the beginning, but as a musician, I'm like, oh, I just want to work with her, and now I'm an adult, and now I could possibly get a song to her, so there's like a little bit more, I don't know, plausibility there, rather than like when you meet somebody from your childhood, you're like, oh my God, I'm freaking out that this person that I like named my car after is like wanting to do stuff with me. So anyways, hopefully that was a fun little story. I'm still in Tulsa for the rest of the week, so you'll definitely see which one is better next week in this probably same spot, in the same outfit, honestly. So if you like this video, please like and share it, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Peace.